Hi folks, and welcome back to another video. I'm going to start cleaning up of this Grundig Melody Boy here. I've not been feeling too well actually this last week since I recorded the last video, which as I write I haven't uploaded yet anyway. But what I'm going to do is, as we've all seen cleaning radios up before, though I find it really therapeutic, I'll probably edit this one to fast forward it all the way through. You know, double speed or something, because it's a little bit boring. Right, that's the main bit of it done. What's left now is the stuff that's sort of caked on over the years. So I'm going to get some window cleaner and some cotton buds and just start cleaning it all up. I won't film this bit because it'll bore you to tears. Right, here we are. Much better. For a transistor radio that's got hardly any openings in it, there's no real air vents or anything. This was pretty dirty inside. But I've cleaned all the dust and spider webs out of it. And I put some of this auto glim vinyl and rubber care on the plastic, which is why it's gone back to nice black. It's not actually back to black, that's another product. This is like a thin film that gives vinyl and rubber and plastic a bit of a gleam. And it helps to, you know, when you want to blow the dust out, when I come to reassemble the set, it'll let me blow the dust out a little bit easier because the dust won't stick. And these slider knobs here had quite a lot of dust and fluff stuck in them, quite a lot of hair. As you saw, I had to get some tweezers and pull all the dust out. And one other thing I pointed out when I was doing it was there's a little circular foam cap over the speaker coil here, and of course over the years that's disintegrated. No doubt all the foams within the speaker coil, all the little granules or whatever it breaks down into. So as soon as I touched that, it fell back in there. But I guess no harm done. I don't know what to put over there actually. Could put a little paper cap or something over there. Don't know. But that's going to have to come out, so I'll pick that out with some tweezers. But anyway, the radio is much nicer to work on now, and I'll be doing the outer case next. Got down in between the knobs here, oh, these buttons, sorry, got down the sides, look like someone had spilt some coffee on it or something. Groove, I don't know. Just swing it round. Taking real care not to put my fingers through that speaker cone. That's much better. Much nicer to handle. Right, there's the outer case going to get cleaned. I can see where the fluff gets in now. When I ran my finger, these slots here are flat, but as they get over the speaker cone, they angle upwards, so they're dead flat here, and then they angle back like that, up, back and upwards, and that's where the dirt's getting in, I guess. But, inside there's two, you can see there's two little holes, recesses, plugs, females, that two males on the top of the radio chassis slot into, and this one's broken, so I'm going to have to glue that. I've got the bits, that must have broke off in transit, and yeah, the dial glass, if you like, or perspex, is actually glued in, so I'm never going to get that out. Well, in fact, heat welded it looks like. But I don't know if you can see, probably not, all the dust over the speaker grill. I might actually take this outside and wash it, because it's pretty disgusting inside. Well, it's not disgusting, it's that, you know, if I blow it all out in the workshop, it's going to get everywhere in the workshop, obviously. So there's not too much to do on this. I'm just going to take it outside and get rid of the worst of this dust. Right, I've just put this in the kitchen sink, and it's cleaned up pretty well. There's quite a few paint spots on it underneath the dirt that have now shown through. There's a little bit of a scuff on the dial here. That'll polish out. A little bit of crusty something there, I don't know what that is, but again, a little bit of metal polish and that will clean up. The top, a few little paint spots, there's one on the chrome just there. But yeah, it's come up pretty well. And I've got all that crap out from inside the case. One thing I did notice in handling the case is this side, let's get it right, this side has actually cracked just here, so it's going to need a little bit of glue. And I did find some little tiny bits of plastic inside the case. If you remember that I did point out this side had been a little bit damaged here in a previous video, but it's actually cracked, so I'm going to have to glue that back in. Although it's going to be pretty stable, but knowing the reputation these sets have for vibrating, I think everything will be better off being glued and nice and tight here. And there's a little bit of something on the end here, which, like some old grease or paint or something, I don't know what that is. But I'll keep going and get it all spick and span. And here we are about 2 weeks later after the last segment, with the radio all finished up, all nice and shiny and clean. I'd come on to this tone control button in a minute. I did manage to get another one, like an original one, but so I'll come on to that in a minute. I've cleaned all the metalwork up with metal polish, just like a paste. One thing I have been looking at is the fact that this didn't work on mains power. If you remember, I mentioned that on batteries it puts out an output of about 2 watts, and on mains power it puts out 4 watts. I went into my other spare set and I dragged the little switch out inside, so I've got that in the back now. There's a little cam thing when you press the figure of 8 socket in there that presses some fingers. The amp's working, but it doesn't output any radio signals. I still think it could be something to do with there's 4 or 5 metal fingers inside there, and I'm still pretty sure it's something to do with those. But I'll keep playing with it, and you know, it's one of those things where you can only fix it really if there's mains power on it. Let's say the amp is actually working, which I was quite surprised. I can't see where the disconnect between the radio signals is and the amp. It should just work, but it cleaned up quite nicely, as you can see, and it sounds pretty good.
David Prophet, ball spread out by McDonald, out towards the far side. That is Ryan Haynes.
Very, very nice bass sound. The light works. I've cleaned up all the inside, as you saw previously. Now let's get on to another story. Well, so that's one set finished, and a very nice set it is too. I've been listening to it over these last couple of weeks, and yeah, it's pretty good. Now, where I got that button from, I managed to find another one for a reasonable price. Now this one is going to provide more entertainment because it doesn't work at all. The light comes on when I connect it up to a battery, but nothing else. Amp doesn't work or anything, or at least there's no hissing from the amp when I turn it on. This one is in despicable condition. I don't know if you can see that. Absolutely filthy. This has been stood as a garage radio or a shed radio or something for years. It is, however, it's all there. Everything's a little bit rusty on it. It is very filthy. It's got like a brown dust all over it, ingrained. But what it did come with is, obviously, it came with one knob here, which has gone on to the set that I've just finished, and it's also got all these bottom compartments are in excellent condition. So on my spare radio, I used the radio I've just repaired didn't have any bottom battery compartment covers. My spare did. I think the one in the loft has got them, but these are in excellent condition. In fact, this whole set under the dirt is in pretty good condition. So I'm going to probably use these on the excellent set that I've just finished. Put the ones from the excellent set on here, if this ever works again. If not, and I'm going to transport the chassis from my spare set into this one, because the grill on the other one is damaged, and this looks a much better proposition. But the problem is, let's get it working first, and this is going to be the subject of some more videos on the Melody Boy. I get quite annoyed, not annoyed, it's pleasingly annoyed, when you buy sets, you think, oh, I've got a good project to fault find on, and you put some batteries in and they just work straight away, and that's what's been happening to me recently. So I'm going to make a video series on this one, getting it all fixed up, hopefully, unless there's anything catastrophic that's gone wrong with it, and I'll have another Grundig Melody Boy. Still got to contact a couple of people who kindly offered to look at making some 3D knobs for the sliders here. If not, I'll see if I can make them out of plastic and paint them or something. I because they're quite awkward to 3D print, I would think, because they've got that metal cover over them. But anyway, so that's another one down, and another one ready to see service again. I need to clean that knob, it's brown. Ugh. Probably someone smoking cigarettes all day. Right, thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.